I'm warning you that we're start getting into more complex equations that are going to frankly be able to be reduced or substituted in order to be reduced by some other laws that we're going to have. When I went through this, I was not crazy about frankly how the book that we're using covered this, and frankly there's a lot of other content that's out there. They don't do a great job about this either. And that is there's an implication, the form of P implies Q. The word form is really, really important because I want you to think of the form as, I'm going to say template, okay? It's just a template that can be then substituted with different values and other items. But the form is really, really important because if we can identify the form, then we can go ahead and make some changes. So in this example right here, this is very simple. P is just one value. My daughter stays in bed and Q's got extra time. You've seen that before. So P implies Q is just fine. But what if P is a complex equation? Now, so P is left or right, for example, left turn or right turn, and we arrive at a golf course, okay? So notice P is going to be a little bit different. The simple substitution of doing what we had in that P or not P or Q is not fine. That P was for a simple P and something simple compared, did not have any other connectors that were in there, or logical connectives, okay? But what about the or and the two values that it has? So in reality, I'd be substituting P for left or right and then Q. So that's true, is that I can still get away with that. I would do simple substitution of having P equals left or right, and then I get back into the form of P or Q, but notice P I did not get rid of the left or right. I still am going to have to address that later on. But that's where substituting and then getting the substitution back into the form of our P implies Q is really, really important. And it's one item that we have to think about again when it's using complex equations, is that we're going to have to do some little bit larger substitutions than what we may be comfortable with. And again, you'll see some exercises on that here in a moment, but it is a concept I need you just to think about when it comes to getting into forms of other equations that we'll deal with.